Oh, gosh. Oh. This apartment looks all right. It's a little bit basic. I'm feeling in it like there's no heart, there's no soul. It's just basically a lad's pad.
I tell you what, this Ali dude, he is a criminal mastermind. Obviously, as you may not know or already do know, his whole agenda is to try and make Sam not want to move to Turkey. But he obviously strongly wants to move to the UK. So he's taken on all these things in Turkey that are predominantly going to put her off and wanting to move there pretty much. Now, bear in mind the reason why she wants to move to Turkey is because they are still not in a position where they've been able to get a visa for him to come to the UK. So moving to Turkey for her makes more sense because that means they can be together sooner rather than later. But nonetheless, though, they go out obviously, house hunting, apartment hunting, and this is one of the first ones that he takes her to. And yeah, she's definitely not impressed. But let's get into it.
This isn't what I wanted.
Disco. Go.
I'm not having a disco light in my house. I'm not.
Yo, okay. if she said, yeah, we can have a disco light in this apartment, that would have really shown how maybe lack of maturity that she may have, if you know what I mean. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's continue because right now Ali's plan is just crazy.
The bedroom has got nothing in there except a bed. It's got no character, it's got no life. It's like prison. What are you supposed to do with that?
It's toilet, just sit, drop, wash.
Sit where?
That has got to be one of the most criminal toilets that I've seen. Do you know what? I feel like if it wasn't for Zena and Ebrihm, obviously they've got a far worse toilet than this one, but this one itself in particular is just crazy work. I was like, there's no way that's a toilet. This can't be something that's legit. Come on. I mean, you can see there is the waste tray is right there, kind of. But yeah, that would be my reaction as well, to be honest with you. Ali's nasty for this. But is this really a thing in Turkey? Like, any parts? Like, yo, is there any Turkish people in the building? You know what I'm saying? Let us know what's going on here. What is going on here?
I think I might stay at home. This is just a disaster. Don't want to be here. I'm done looking around. I don't even want to see anything else.
I couldn't blame her.
How life really is in Turkey. I'm moving to Turkey. I want to live here. This is what I want. But seeing some of the things that I've seen and...
Courtesy of your husband, Ali, just bear that in mind.
How life really is in Turkey. I'm not entirely sure that this is what I want right now. Love for...
And that is Ali's plan pretty much, panning out.
Ali to come to the UK, but we still have no visa. If we can't make this decision, I don't know what's going to happen.
First and foremost, I don't know why she's even saying that. Like, if we can't get him to the UK, then I don't know what's going to happen. Darling, we know that you're never going to leave this man. It's just that simple. You've invested too much money traveling back and forth to Turkey to want to just throw in the towel. So the fact that she said it the way she said it, I was like, yeah, behave yourself. You will stick around until this guy can make it. Even if it took 10 years, she would stick around. Let's just call it a buck. Come on now. Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah.
I can't keep spending the money coming back to Turkey to see you.
I always told you just keep the money in the bank. I am putting the money in the bank already. The pearl.
I do like the fact that he says, I always tell you to keep your money in the bank. I am putting the money in the bank. Do you see what I'm saying? I like that. That's a very positive thing, but it shows a lot that he's obviously not using it for financial gain at all. Do you know what I mean? He has the ability himself to do what's needed. And I respect that massively.
Month, 400. 3 months, 1,200. 1,006. 1 month, 2,000. That means we can have a visa.
This is it. It's time.
And that's the thing. That's all it took. And to be fair, I remember Ali actually mentioned something about this last season, but I guess Sam didn't listen because I think in the last season, to be fair, it was an expectation for her to save the money because she was paying for most things. That was the expectation. Obviously, fast forward, that has now changed. Ali's saying, no, I can save. You know what I mean? Because obviously the reason why she couldn't save for the visa is because she kept spending money to keep going back to Turkey back and forth because she's too impatient to, want to wait around to save the money for the visa. She thought, no, I still want to go see him, blah, 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 blah. And also on top of that, she probably had it in her mind that she was going to move to Turkey anyway. So saving for the visa was probably pointless. But hey, Ali said, no, listen, this is the plan. We're going to make it happen. So I do truly hope that he's now finally made it to the UK, or at least they've got to that 2K and they've saved for it. You know what I mean? And they're now going through the application process. But hey, yo, either way though, we've got to see obviously how the season pans out for both of them. Maybe this season we will reveal that they were able to make it to Turkey. I mean, make it to the UK. Who knows? But either way though, let me know your thoughts on Ali's master plan to to make her not want to move to Turkey. Would his master plan work on you, or would you be a bit more different? Nonetheless though, let's move on to the next couple.
About having a chat with you and telling you, not really sure what to say. Trying to say that I would love to ask you for the permission to have.
I tell you what, his choice of words are very fascinating, especially his last choice of words. But yeah.
Sarah sense, really love to have your approval.
About that, or are you just asking us first before you break it to Sarah?
Actually, the thing that's already asked there.
I don't know if any father would respect that, or mother to be for that matter. If you know that the person that's dating your daughter has already asked them for their hand in marriage before asking you, and then they come and ask you after they've asked, how would that make you feel? Would you respect him? Would you still want to give him the approval? Or would you feel like you're now in a dilemma where you're kind of being pushed to a corner because you know your child has already said yes, and you don't want to say no because then that can upset your child? It's a very interesting situation here.
I proposed to her some time ago, so she said yes. It's to know your opinion about that.
That's a big surprise.
Broski went from can I have your approval to then can I now have your opinion on the fact that I've already proposed. Obviously, sadly, we didn't get the answer. We didn't get the answer in this episode. Something that I can obviously expect us to get next week or whichever week this couple is back. But yeah, like all I know is, to me personally, I would feel like it's a slap in the face. I'd be like, "Raw, you want to ask me now after all this time?" Yeah, no, I'm definitely feeling a certain type of way about it. I'm not gonna lie to you because that's just crazy work. But that's just me. You lovely folks, let me know your thoughts on the matter stuff in particular, and we can most certainly talk about it. Yeah, but nonetheless, though, let's move on to the next couple of this week's episode.
I really wanted to, because of the doctors that I need for my disability and the healthcare.
The mother's like, nah, okay, cool, I get it. You can't be here because of your medical situation, but you're not going back to the UK with my daughter. It's not happening. This mom is funny.
I don't want to go back without Ara.
I have no choice now that you are engaged with Ara. I'm just a mother to be there.
I'm building my own family, and my husband needs the healthcare that he needs the most. You know that.
You know, I'm assuming that they can have kids, clearly, because she said, obviously, I'm building my own family with him. Now, don't get me wrong, family doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have kids with your person. Family could just be the two of you. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that at all. Do you know what I mean? But sorry, I had a yawn there. Just came. I had to get rid of that. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's clear that the mom's reaction is because she feels like she's been backed in the corner. She's like, well, I don't have a choice now because you already proposed to her. So what she wants to do is up to her. So basically, if she never gave him the approval to propose, then maybe the mom is saying that I definitely would have never allowed this to happen without a shadow of a doubt. But I've got to respect the fact that my daughter's going to be yours literally within a couple of days. I don't know, but either way though, man, it's a crazy one. But I'm now curious to find out though if Andy can. I'm assuming Andy's able to obviously, he's obviously in a position where he can get a woman pregnant. Interesting. But nonetheless, though, I mean, to be honest with you, what Ara needs to really think about is that if they do have kids, the older that obviously Andy gets, the more fragile he's going to become. I mean, obviously, all of us as human beings get fragile anyway. The older we get, don't we? We get weaker and weaker per day. You know what I mean? But obviously, that's why we do things like gym and eating good and all that kind of stuff to maintain it, right? But more of the story is obviously we're dealing with somebody who's got obviously other stuff going on with his body. So if they have a child, or even two kids for that matter, Ara has to understand that she's going to end up pretty much being a single parent, to be fair, for the most part, because, I'm not too sure what Andy's going to be able to do to help her raise those kids in the next 5, maybe 10 years. I don't know, obviously, his health. I don't know, obviously, what complications he's got going on, and obviously how quick that could just, that could just decline, So those are the things that definitely have to be taken into consideration before they decide to have kids. Because, damn, it would be a damn shame if she ends up having to not only be a parent to their kid or their kids, but also, you know, being a carer for him. So, yeah, I don't know if, and you know, and Andy's never really talked about kids, but I mean, boy, it's a sticky one. I wouldn't want to be in a situation. That's all I can say for that.
I don't know, but we will come back to visit. We're going to come back and stay with you every year, no matter what.
How nice of him.
Have a choice now that you're going to be married. So, okay, I will give you my blessing.
It is cool though. That obviously, blessing is everything to some people. You know, I feel like that is cool for some people to have that in their lives.
It does make me uncomfortable. I spent the whole morning on my own before the wedding, and I wish my parents or my brother could have been here to keep me company.
Well, Andy's parents obviously did turn up, which is absolutely fantastic for him. He didn't have to obviously end up getting married to the woman of his dreams, all by himself. So it's happy days, happy days, happy days. And obviously, when I said the woman of his dreams, is because he did say that the reason why he wanted to pursue a Philippine woman is because he had one before in the past that looked after him, and he just liked the way they were so caring, which flat out told us all that he wanted a woman for the Philippines purely to look after him. That's just that, and that's just the nitty gritty. Calamity. But nonetheless, though, let's move on to the last couple.
Last week from the doctor to say that it's all clear, so that's why I'm living life now.
When we had contact, I was upset and having sleepless nights, always thinking.
First and foremost, congratulations on her for being cleared for having breast cancer. Secondly, do I believe that this man was having sleepless nights when he knew that she was obviously going through cancer? I don't believe that for 1 second. Listen, like, at the end of the day, all she is to him is a cash cow. It's just that simple. If he was having sleepless nights, it's not because he cares about her. It's because he was probably worried that he was going to lose his money that he gets from her. I'm just saying it as it is. Like, does anybody for 1 second really believe this guy was having sleepless nights because she was going through obviously her cancer treatment? If you believe that, you know, he was, then boy.
About that.
You being with me, because if you was with me, you could have consoled me.
Consoled you. What she's really trying to say is that obviously while she was going through, obviously, you know, what she was going through, if he'd obviously been in the UK with her, then obviously he'd been able to give her what she enjoys the most, and that is the D. Because that's all she really cares about, you know what I mean? Like, this guy is nothing but a gigolo to her. Their whole relationship is like calamity. He's a gigolo to her. He's nothing but a gigolo to her, and she's nothing but a cash cow to him. I guess that's why it kind of works for them both, doesn't it now? But I will say this to anybody that is going through cancer, any form of cancer, or anybody that is a survivor of cancer, first and foremost, if you're going through it, I really, really hope that you can pull through. I mean, listen, I have all the faith in the world that you're probably a badass, strong-ass person that's going to pull through it. If it's somebody that has survived it, shout out to you for surviving it. You are 100% a beacon, a inspiration to all the people that are currently going through it. So shout out to every single one of you who's coming out. And the people who, like myself, who've never been through it, like just make sure that if you know someone, make sure you're there for them at all means necessary. You know what I mean? These are the times when people are supposed to be close together. These are the times where people are supposed to be there for one another. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, be that person, be that beacon, but definitely not in the way these two are going about it, because this guy is full of shit and Zena's full of it too. But anyway, let's continue.
I'm feeling back on track, but I'm still not 100% if Ebrihim's just using me. I hope he's not. Poor country. I still have a little nag. He lives in the Gambia, and it's a poor country.
You know, when she said that, obviously, you know, she still feels like he's using her. He may be using her because he's from the Gambia and it's a poor country. That's when I was like, So it's clear that you obviously go to Gambia because it's a poor country, because you know and you believe that men from there are going to be desperate to want to be with you because you come from a country where there's money. Literally, she uses being a British citizen as a way to basically, you know, win these guys over. Let's just call it what it is. Do you see what I'm saying? That's her whole play. Nah, this woman is nothing but nasty work. But it's a poor country. It's funny because she even mentions the fact she doesn't know if she can still trust him because he comes from a poor country. So she already knows that she's being used. And she knows that because that's what she's doing. She's using... Nah, this woman's full of it. You got to pay attention to the details. Especially now we know that she's been exposed as a sex trafficker anyway. A sex tourist, sorry. But yeah.
I still have a little nagging feeling at the back of my head, but I'm hoping it's just my paranoia.
That's the surprise now. Let me...
What is it?
Yes.
God.
I gotta say though, for anyone that watches obviously the 90 Day in general, the laugh that he makes here gives me very Gino vibes.
That's the surprise now. Let me.
What is it?
You know that laugh? That's so Gino. Tell me otherwise.
Yes.
God.
I love you so much, so I want you to be my wife.
You know the crazy thing is, he treated this as a gift. He was like, because you've now survived, this is like a gift for you now. I want you to marry me. I'm pretty sure he said that to begin with, that this is a gift for you. I mean, listen, we all know that we all know she's gonna say yes. Let's just call it what it is. Very unlikely she's gonna say no. But yeah, he wants to marry her, and I believe he wants to come to the UK. But I guess we're gonna find out, obviously, in the next episode that these two appear. But nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts and we can talk about it. Now, don't forget, though, there will be a live stream later on today at some point, so be there. Come on now. Peace.